At the tailor appointment, I received the photo. Her friend, not her, had sent it. The type who appears friendly in public but harbors hostility behind closed doors. In the image, my fiancé was in a bikini, sunglasses pushed down, lips almost touching her ex's ear. And there, visible in the picture, was his hand on her waist, too low for mere friendship. I smiled, not out of amusement, but because the game had just begun. We were 4 weeks from our wedding. The venue and photographer were both secured, her ideal gown already in the closet like a prize about to be surrendered. Our relationship was always polished, she cherishing Instagram-worthy moments and shared hashtags, while I preferred silence and avoiding intellectual ridicule. She informed me that she was taking a girls' trip to Cabo before the wedding, a final getaway with her bridesmaids. I advised her to enjoy herself. She kissed my cheek and told me she loved me. Apparently, she had forgotten that love generally doesn't include an ex's hands on one's posterior. That night, I chose not to confront her. There were no outbursts, no recriminations, no messages fueled by alcohol. Instead, I remained seated in the dark, clutching my phone, as her small green online indicator blinked on and off. Upon her return, I pretended nothing was amiss, inquiring about the journey's progress. She replied, "Wonderful. I missed you." To which I responded, "I felt the same way." I was sincere. I missed the woman I believed she was. The following day, her maid of honor forwarded a video to me. It showed raucous laughter, thumping music, and there she was, dancing suggestively with her ex in a crowded beach bar. I watched the video repeatedly until the battery ran out. My chest constricted, but not from grief, from determination. This wasn't sorrow, this was strategizing. Strangely, it wasn't her infidelity that upset me, but rather her assumption that I wouldn't discover it until after our vows. She believed she was more cunning than me. 2 days later, I began dismantling the wedding, part by part. First, I contacted the venue, informing them that the wedding was canceled but to keep the deposit. For another occasion, I contacted vendors, but they had already canceled with no refunds available since all contracts were under my name as she hadn't paid for anything. I then spoke to her parents, not to reveal the infidelity, but to keep them calm, informing them I was postponing the wedding due to financial reasons. Her father seemed relieved. By the end of the week, all remnants of our wedding had vanished. I waited till she left for work, then packed her belongings. Clothes in boxes, makeup in a shoebox. Framed photos were turned face down and piled in the hallway. The dress remained in the closet. I wasn't vindictive. I was tactical as the gown was crucial for the next phase. Afterwards, I phoned her, saying I needed a solo trip to clear my mind before the wedding, which she found exciting. When she flew to visit her sister for the weekend, I took the dress to a consignment store and sold it for cash. By Sunday evening, the money was deposited in my account. By Monday morning, the lease bore my sole signature. She returned to find our apartment vacant. Neither I nor the ring were present. Instead, a manila envelope full of screenshots of photos and videos from specific dates and times replaced the ring. No letter, no explanation, just evidence. I didn't hear from her for a week, then 2 more weeks. After that, only an oppressive silence filled the air. It was on a Tuesday night when my phone rang. Her name flashed across the screen. I picked up. Her voice trembled, as if she'd been crying for hours. "Why didn't you inform me of your knowledge?" she asked. I took a sip of my drink before responding. "Because you aren't worth an argument." She fell silent. Then I thought perhaps we could discuss things. Maybe mend the rift. Mend? Almost laughed at that notion. You can't repair a shattered mirror. You replace it. She began apologizing, swearing it was a mistake of no significance. I gave her the chance to finish her plea. I owed her that much, the opportunity to dig her own grave. When she inquired if we could attempt reconciliation, I revealed the truth. "No, it's over. Next year, I'll be getting married, but not to the person on the other end of this call." She ended the conversation abruptly without another word. 3 months later, I learned she had returned to live with her parents again. The relationship didn't last long. They seldom do. Instead of canceling the venue reservation, I decided to keep it for a different purpose. On the same date, I threw a gathering instead, inviting friends, family, and even vendors who initially lost their opportunity. It wasn't a wedding. It was a commemoration, a farewell to a life I no longer desired. When people asked why, I merely smiled and responded, Sometimes the best response is showing someone you're thriving. Without them, sleeping peacefully became easier after that, not because I had caused her pain, but because I chose not to let her inflict any more on me. Please give a like, subscribe, and share this story.